Good morning and welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. It's actually in the morning that I'm doing this for the first time in a while, it seems like. Anyway, it's Friday, July 2nd, the 13th Friday of Ordinary Time, and it is the feast day of Saint Bernardino Realini, Realino. Sorry, Italian. I don't know it. But Saint Bernardino Realino, he was an Italian Roman Catholic priest, and he was a member of the Jesuits. And he spent his entire career devoted to Naples and Lecce in Italy. But he first pursued a career in law, and he served in several municipal capacities before feeling called to the Jesuit life and being ordained to the priesthood in Naples. But he's often dubbed as the Apostle of Lecce for his commitment to the poor and for his preaching ability. And that is the city in which he is the patron saint of, Lecce, Italy. Today's gospel is from Matthew chapter 9, verses 9 through 13. Let's begin in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen. As Jesus passed on from there, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the customs post. He said to him, "Follow me." And he got up and followed him. While he was at table in his house, many tax collectors and sinners came and sat with Jesus and his disciples. The Pharisees saw this and said to his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" He heard this and said, "Those who are well do not need a physician, but the sick do. Go and learn the meaning of the words, 'I desire mercy, not sacrifice.' I did not come to call the righteous, but sinners." Okay, so we got Jesus calling out Matthew, the tax collector, um, where it does say that in Mark's gospel they call him Levi, so kind of go between both. Um, but as we go through this, you can see that so Jesus calls Matthew directly after all these healings and whatnot that we've been reading. And Matthew says yes. He gets up and he follows him, even though he is a tax collector. And people see him. The Pharisees do, and they start attacking not only Matthew, but they attack Jesus. Um, they attack Matthew because he's a tax collector. He's known as a thief, the ultimate thief in society. So nobody likes tax collectors. And then they also attack Jesus of like, why are you hanging out with these people? And Jesus has to explain to them, if those who are well don't need a physician, but the sick do. And then Matthew ends up becoming. Jesus calls him out of his sickness, and Matthew follows him, and now he's one of the 12. I'm pretty sure. Wait, no, Matthew's not. He's a writer, but he follows Jesus, and he says, I did not come to call the righteous, but sinners." And so the key phrase here is God desires mercy, not sacrifice, because Jesus wants to go back to the Old Testament, because he knows how faith-filled these people are and how knowledgeable on religion they are, as far as the scribes and the Pharisees and the Jewish people. Jesus knows how much they know, so he's trying to break that a little bit, or at least make it anew, because the Old Testament of the law, fulfilling the law and everything else is great, but Jesus came not to abolish the old law, but to establish the new law. And that's what Jesus is trying to demonstrate here by saying, I desire mercy, not sacrifice, like it does in the Old Testament. Because the footnote here says, what did it say? I lost my spot. Oh, it says Matthew adds the prophetic statement from Hosea. And it says, if mercy is superior to the temple sacrifices, how much more to the laws of ritual impurity? So he's talking about just how mercy. That's the highest reason why Jesus came. God made man. But anyway, with all that, let's get a challenge here. And it says, as Matthew, I'm sure, as all the disciples didn't feel like they were worthy enough to be with Jesus. We need to realize ourselves and accept that we are good enough, and that Jesus calls us all to follow him. And then the second one is, as I'm sure Matthew fell into some social anxiety, and just worrying about what others were saying and talking about him. Uh, we need to not worry what others think about us, because we often let social influences flood our minds and our hearts and our actions, and it kind of eliminates and hinders what God wants us to do. Um, because Jesus should truly give us all the security that we need. Um, and all we need to do is look at the cross to remember that. So, otherwise, have a great Friday. God bless. Have a safe weekend if I don't see you. Otherwise, have a great day. Keep it real. The Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.